Hi, my name is KCC from Money Mastery. I help people improve their financial life through mentorship and education. Among many things I help people do, the main two things that I help them to do is to create two kinds of income. One is what I refer to as passive income, and the other one is what I call passion income. Passive income is income that you earn whether you go to work or you don't go to work. Well, passion income is when you do what you love to do and you make money out of it, and that's great. Now, I have done a series on television for Money Tree, and it's a series of ideas and tips on money matters, and it's called Money Wise. You will find right now in your hands a treasure chest that will be invaluable to you and that will help you change your financial life significantly. Welcome to this series. If you have an idea today and you want to turn that idea into an income, the question is not whether you have a great idea. It is also how fast you'll be able to turn that idea into an income. Because in the world we live in today, speed is the issue. And I can tell you this, if you have a great business idea today, I can guarantee you that somewhere out there, there'll be somebody with exactly the same idea as you have. So success will go to the person who can implement the ideas fastest. Now, the world we live in today poses different challenges compared with before. Now, if you have an idea and you struggle to get all the things you need in order to get an idea and implement it, you will be too slow. So the idea here, and the important thing here to do now, is to leverage. What does that mean? Leverage means to find people who have what you don't have. Now, if you can get people who have what you don't have and work together, then the chances of you turning the idea into income is a lot faster and a lot better. So what are some of the components you require to create an income? 4, and I call it my RICE concept, RICE concept, which is very appropriate in an Asian environment. R stands for resources, and there are two kinds of resources. Number 1, time, and secondly, money. Now, some people have time, they may not have money, but some people may have money, but they don't have time. So it's important for you to leverage on people that have what you don't have. So let's say if you have money but you don't have time, you need to find somebody with time and no money, and if you work with a person, you can turn that idea into an income faster. That's R. I stands for ideas. C stands for context. In an Asian environment, it's definitely very important for us to have the right contact to turn an idea into income. And E stands for expertise. So let me run through again. RICE, resources, ideas, contacts, and expertise. Can you imagine if you put a few persons together? You can leverage on somebody who may have the resources in terms of time, somebody may have the money, and another person is the one with the great ideas, and another person is the one with the contacts, and finally, one person with the expertise. If we can combine all this together, then the chances of you turning the income, the idea into an income, is a lot faster. If a person makes $100,000 a year, how can you do it in 1 month? Now, what would most people come up with? Most people will say, impossible. Some people will say, cannot be done. Let me ask you this. If they say it's impossible, and they say it cannot be done, what might happen? Well, you're right. It won't be done. Let me give you some examples of these reasons that people come out with as to why they can't make more money than they should be making. One very common example they come out with is they can't make money because they don't have money. They don't have the capital. Now let me ask you this. Is it true? Is it true that you must have money to make money? Absolutely not. There are so many examples of people making money without necessarily having money of their own. There are people who went from rags to riches, even in this country and even today. Now think about this. If you take Donald Trump, strip him bare, just leave him shirt on his back, and put him in a strange country and leave him alone for 30 days, what might he start doing? I absolutely believe that Donald Trump will start making money in 30 days. Why? Because Donald Trump has what we call the millionaire mindset. So it's the mind that is the origin of wealth creation. The other reason that people come up with is, I can't make money. Why? Because I don't have a great education. Now, is it true that you need a great education to make a lot of money? Now, let me ask you, who is the richest man in the world? The richest man in the world, as all of us know, is Bill Gates. Let me ask another one. Who is the richest man below 40 years old? Now, the richest man below 40 years old is Michael Dell of Dell Computers. Now, do you know how old he was when he started his business? He was 19 years old. Isn't it interesting to note that the richest man in the world and the richest man below 40 years old both never finished university? So why is it that people think that they have to have a great education to entitle themselves to becoming rich? I mean, there are all kinds of other reasons. Some people say, well, I can't make money because I'm old. Or I can't make money because I'm young. Too young, they say. Now, think about Colonel Sanders. How old was Colonel Sanders when he started Kentucky Fried Chicken? Well, he was almost 65 years old. So let me say this to you. Making money or not making money has nothing to do with whether you have money or you don't have money. It has nothing to do with whether you're educated or not. It has nothing to do with whether you're young or whether you're old. It has all to do with the mindset. There is something called the money tree concept, and that's very apt for this particular program. In the money tree concept, the idea here is how good the fruits are that the tree bear depend very much on how strong the tree is. And how strong the tree is depends on how good the roots are. If the roots are good, the fruits will be good. If we take care of our mindset, then we will get the financial results that we want. The meaning of wealth. Now, how do most people define wealth? Like most people, wealth to me means big house, big car, and all the possessions that rich people have. Now, isn't it interesting that we define wealth by the amount of money that people spend? Well, if people spend a lot of money, then maybe they're not so wealthy anymore. My paradigm of wealth changed when I met my guru and my friend, Robert Kiyosaki. And he defines wealth differently. He defines wealth as the number of days you can survive forward if you stop working tomorrow. And that's an interesting definition. I'd like you for a moment to imagine that you don't go to work tomorrow. How long will it be before we start getting into trouble? And that is without changing your lifestyle. Now, obviously, if the answer you come out with it's very small, meaning not that many days, then it probably means that we are not so wealthy. Because if we are truly, truly wealthy, then the answer should be forever. What does that mean? If it means forever, what it means, it means we don't have to go to work tomorrow and we will be taken care of for the rest of our life because somehow, somewhere, there will be an income source coming to us and we will be taken care of. Now, that's the definition of wealth as I like it. However, we need to go a little deeper because there's a deep philosophy behind it. The strategy we therefore need to adopt if we're going to create wealth is to find passive income source that will take care of us whether we go to work or we don't go to work, which means that we have a choice. Now, if you have a choice, you have freedom. If you don't have a choice, you don't have freedom, and we call that financial freedom. Now, there is a huge distinction between making money and creating wealth. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to say that it is very, very easy to make money. Why? Because all you have to do is to work very hard. But creating wealth is not about working hard. It's about working smart. And out there are thousands and thousands of people going out there every day, working very hard. But it does not necessarily mean they will find the financial results that they want. So it becomes very important for us to realize that one key point, rich people don't work hard for money. They make money work hard for them. And I call this creating your money-making machine. Every one of us have our own ideas about money, how to make money, and what money is all about. The question we ask ourselves is, where does all these ideas about money comes from? Most of us will realize that it comes not from the school. We don't go to school, and school does not teach us anything about making money. As a matter of fact, the entire education system does not teach us anything about making money. What it does really is to prepare us to look for a job. Now, if we didn't learn it from school, where do we learn it from? Most of us learn it from our parents. It's not that our parents sit us down and teach us about money, but it's from the things they say to us and our observation of what they do. Now, let me give you some examples of what parents teach their children when it comes to money. Some parents like to tell their children that money does not grow on trees. Now, that's a good idea, and parents want to tell their children that because they want to teach the children that they should not simply waste money, and that is good. But there's a flip side to it. The flip side to it is the idea